Hi, Dr. TJ Dixon here, your intuitive guide to transformation, connecting to your best life. Merry Christmas. This is the time of the year where thousands, millions of people are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And what a glorious moment in time, in history, that moment was. When we look at the birth of Jesus, and as we are celebrating Jesus' life, let's take a look at really what Jesus really represented and what Jesus was really about. For one, Jesus came here on purpose and with definitely a mission, and fulfilled that mission in every way possible while here on this planet, and fulfilled it so much that even over 2,000 years since the birth and death of Jesus Christ, we still celebrate this being. And when you look at the fact that Jesus fulfilled his purpose, let's take a real look at his birth. Jesus was born under some extraordinary circumstances, particularly for that time. He was born of a teenage mother. When he was conceived, she was unwed. He grew up with a stepfather in Joseph, and it says biblically that he was born in a manger with animals and in something that would be used to feed animals. So with him, he was even born under the most extraordinary of circumstances, really harsh circumstances for any baby to be born, and totally something that we wouldn't even imagine to happen today in this society. But yet he came and he had this great purpose and this great mission that he fulfilled. And when you look at the things that Jesus did after he beat all of those odds while he was here on this planet, Jesus, he ministered, he healed, he gave people hope, he prophesied, he loved. And that was what was so important about Jesus, is that he loved. Jesus is love. And the greatest gift and greatest purpose Jesus had was to love God and love others. And although Jesus is considered to be both God and man by some, while Jesus was here in his human flesh, Jesus had a wonderful relationship with God. And a lot of people will be like, well, of course, because he's God's son. But even though Jesus was a divine being as well as human, Jesus took those times to meditate, to get quiet, to talk to God, to pray and listen and build those relationships with God. When you look at the passages in the Bible where it talks about Jesus going off alone, Jesus going up in the mountains, Jesus having the 40 days and 40 night fast, what was that about? It was all about building and making sure he's connecting and hearing clearly from God, so that he would complete and fulfill his mission while he was here on the earth. So yes, this is Christmas time. This is the time of the year where most of us celebrate Jesus, and a lot of us celebrate it by gift giving. We celebrate it by having awesome dinners with our families. We celebrate it by going to church. We celebrate it by putting up decorations and all of these things, having nativity scenes and all of that. Also a way for us to really celebrate Jesus and really follow the example that Jesus laid is for us to do the things that he did, for us to fulfill our purpose while we are here by being authentically who we are. Not what society wants us to be, not even the things we think about ourselves or what we should be defined as being, but who are we really? Fulfilling that and being authentic. And how do we do that? We build our relationship with God. God is our creator. So obviously God knows why we were created, our purpose here. We know why we were created and our purpose here. And really get about the business of fulfilling that purpose. Fulfilling that purpose. Jesus said, according to scripture, if you look in the Bible, it says that Jesus said that greater works shall we do, even from what he did. Jesus had a very short span here on earth, about 33 years, and he healed, he ministered, he prophesied, he loved. If we are to do greater works, what are those greater works? What are your greater works? What are my greater works? As we reflect and think back on the birth of Jesus at this time of the year, especially since we're coming to the end of a year, let us start to think about what is our purpose here and what greater works shall we do. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the celebrations. And most of all, may you live your best life.